Okay, taking a look at the install for this bearing. Something I found on these aftermarket cranks is there's a fillet radius right down in here, and you can see it's that tapered edge that's on there between the cheek and the journal. So on a stock bearing, the bearing has a square cut edge. There's a slight chamfer so it doesn't have any interference when you install it. So if you put this on in that direction, you can see right at the bottom here that there is an additional space that's under there, and I can't remember what I measured at. I think it was about 16 or 17 thou. And you can see when you drop the bearing on, it just kind of locks and it won't even turn. Me pushing on it, it's not moving at all, and you kind of have to, you can hear how it kind of locks on there. So that, in any case, if the crankshaft moves back and forth, can tag that bearing a bit, and it can create a little bit of damage just on the edge of the bearing, enough to knock some chips and debris in, and then that goes through the whole lubrication system. So what I've done is on this side, in comparison to this side, you can see it's got a square edge on there, and on this one I've cut a chamfer. And all I used for that, it's a nice 1/8 inch chamfer all the way around on that, and then I sanded it out with some Scotch-Brite pad. So now right here, when that bearing goes on, this bearing should sit flat down, and it took me a bit of time to do it, maybe, I don't know, half an hour of filing and sanding and making sure it was nice, and then checking it again, and then just kind of dropping it to make sure that it didn't touch in any spots. And you can see now, watch, when I drop that, you can hear it, and look, it just turns so nice. Just, you know, a finger movement, and it turns very, very easily. And there isn't even any lube on that yet, so I'm happy. You can hear it drop right to the bottom, and you see there's no space on it. Right, in comparison to if we turn this way, you can physically see that, and you can almost, I'm not sure on this camera or not if you can see the light coming through there. I think you can. So if there's light, there's clearance, and that needs to be measured and made sure that you don't bind this. And I found this on a build when I had a crankshaft redone, and then the machine shop put a little fillet radius on the corner, and then I put in a set of Silverline bearings, and they're not cut for that. So from there on in, and every time I've done bottom end bearings, I make sure I check this, and then I cut it just for extra end plate control so that it doesn't touch down on the bearing and start chewing it up and ruin your build.